All right. So you want to get cut, you want to get lean, and you want to have a nice body you can be proud of. You don't want the same bullshit advice you hear on that other people say, like you just got to eat healthy. All right. Let's first assume that you're a big boy starting out. 25% body fat and up. You got a ways to go. But the good news is, since you got so much excess fat, your body will be happy just to get rid of it. Obviously, you're not chewing on celery sticks. We know what your diet looks like. And hey, it is what it is. All of us have some bad habits. So, what do you do? First, you got to incorporate some good habits in. You got to start trying some healthy foods and see if you like them. For example, instead of eating at fucking Burger King 7 days a week, maybe 2 of those days you try Chipotle, or maybe you try to buy some grilled chicken or avocado or something. That's just what I like. But something that you like. You try eating some of the good stuff with the bad stuff. It's much easier just to try good food instead of like feeling you're forced to eat it. So maybe you do that for a little bit. You find some good foods that you actually like. You do that. You and what is good foods? Good foods is pretty much whole foods, real foods. They're not bullshit processed foods. They're single ingredient foods. Okay. So you've been doing that for a little while. Now, how do you take your stuff to the next level? Well, first, you got to get rid of all the sodas and all the water, like junk food. All the like liquid junk food, I mean. You should only be drinking stuff like water or black coffee at this point. You got to cut the juices, the drinks, the rock stars, all that crap out. That should be goal number one. Will it be hard? Yeah, it will. But that'll take you to the next level. After you've done that, and that should take you a little while. After you've done that, then you got to clear your fridge full of the bad food. Why? Because when you don't have junk food in your fridge, it's much easier to eat healthy food. So, the healthy food that you've made a habit to eat, you can put now in your fridge and get rid of all the junk food. And then, oh, another little tip. Before you do that, what has worked for me is I'll just splurge on the junk food like a mother. So I hate it afterwards. Like, I won't be able to look at it for 2 weeks. So it's much easier to eat the healthy food after you hate the junk food for a little while. And by the time that that's going on, you'll gradually build that habit and you'll have some momentum going your way. Okay, you're not drinking sodas. Your fridge is full of good stuff. You don't like the bad food. You've been eating the good stuff for a little while. You're making some progress. Okay, let's say you're at 15% body fat. It's a pretty respectable amount of weight. You're not fat. You're not cut, but that's fine. What do we do next? Okay, we do the keto diet. Why? Because it works. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I fucking tried it. I've tried other diets. The keto diet works. So, you start off maybe on your Friday or your weekend, your first day, your Saturday. Why? Because it's going to be a pain in the ass to start it. Yes, there is a keto flu. There's an adaptation period of about 3 to 4 days. That sucks. You can't do a lot of physical activity. You can't be stressed because your body's already stressed. So, you get a bunch of water with like lime and pink Himalayan salt, and you drink the shit out of that while you're adapting. It's still gonna suck, but it's gonna suck less. You do that, and while you're adapting, after like the third or fourth day, your body will not you won't be in pain anymore, whatever you want to call it. It'll be easier. You won't crave bad food anymore, and you'll just have to keep going. Okay, you'll enjoy it pretty much. You got to keep it up for about a month and a half. Then after that, you'll be properly fat adapted, and then this next part will be a lot easier. Because if you're not properly fat adapted, this next part's gonna suck. Um, so your keto, you've been doing it for a month and a half. You're probably like 10, maybe even lower percent body fat percentage. You're doing damn good because that's just what keto does. If you can do it when you're the big boy, the 20%, great, but I highly fucking doubt it. But if you can, it'll work. So you've lost a substantial amount of weight. You're cut. You're getting there. You're good. What do we do now? We reintroduce carbs back in for a couple of reasons. Why? Because one, you're adapted, so you won't get your blood sugar crashes. You know what I'm talking about. Two, it'll help with recovery. Three, it'll help build muscle because you got to time it after your workouts. And four, it'll spike your metabolism, so it'll train your body to burn more fat again. Because when you've been on the keto diet and your blood sugar is the stable level, your body just adapts to it. But this will change stuff up a bit. And I would say like 200, 250 grams of carbs for your average 180-pound dude. And 3 times a week, right after your workouts, and you'll see results. Okay. After that, that should take you pretty good to the next level. If it doesn't, one more thing you can do. You could start counting your calories. Because when the leaner you get, the more shit you got to do to either get leaner or maintain. The way that I do it, and it's easy for me, is I have one piece of paper and it has like all the foods I eat because we all eat the same shit every week. Let's not kid ourselves. Maybe one day you don't count, that's fine. You'll still be good. But you write down all the foods that you would normally eat like on one piece of paper. So at the end of the night, you just take those foods, you look at them, you're like, oh, I ate this, 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 and that. You put them on the thing, you add them up quickly. It takes 5 minutes, and I do it manually. Some people use MyFitnessPal. I don't care for that shit. So, and it takes me 5 minutes because if it took any longer, it'd be too damn annoying. I do that, my calories are counted, and then I could literally predict how my body's going to look the next morning. Why? Because I've done this a million times, and counting calories works. Just a little deficit. Some days you got to bring it up a little bit. Okay, so you're counting your calories, you're on keto, you're carb cycling, you're having your carbs after your workouts, you're losing weight, you're doing good. One more thing, water weight. Water weight's a bitch. But because you were smart enough to do keto, naturally hold a lot less water. On top of that, um, what you got to do is you got to cut the shitty salt out. So like if you're eating a bunch of salty foods, that'll hold a little water weight and keep you bloated, make you think that you're fatter than you are, which you're not, but you think that way because that's what it looks like, which sucks. And then you got to drink a shit ton of water, like 2 gallons a day. I would say that's well, you can get away with 1.5, 2 gallons a day. You'll lose a shit ton of water weight. I'm telling you right now, you'll be cut. I'm cut. I only drink like 1 gallon of water now because the leaner you get, the less water you have to drink. Because obviously, so you do that, you're good, you're cut, everything's going well. And lastly, what could happen is if you plateau. If you plateau and you're doing the steps correctly, what you have to do is you got to climb your calories back up for a short period of time, like a week or two. Um, and what you do is your calories just a little higher. You'll naturally gain a little water weight back, so don't freak out. It's only for a couple weeks. You'll gain like 2-3 pounds. Ooh. And then after the 2 week mark, but you'll stay there. It's not like you're gonna gain that every week, or it's just water weight. You'll stay there for the 2 weeks. After it's done, you go back to doing your original stuff. You'll see it's effective again. You'll start losing the weight again. That water weight will drop again really quickly, and you look sharp as ever. So that's pretty much it. If you guys got any questions, put them down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.